When a man perceives odor when he's about going inside you or when you're about having sex, what do you think happens? You think he'll be happy or he'll be comfortable having sex with you? Of course not. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you the major things that causes discharge that smells in women, and of course the things you can do in case you're having an abnormal discharge as a woman. Now, if you're seeing this first for the first time, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because these are the kind of things I keep talking every now and then, telling you how to take care of yourself, how you can protect your health, and how you can live healthy as a human being. Now, one of the major things that causes discharge that smell among women is using soap in the vagina. Most people don't even talk about using soap because this is what a lot of women keep doing every now and then. They think using soap is a healthy way to maintain the health of their vagina. And once they're having an abnormal discharge, a little one, they will just start using soap in their vagina, thinking that's the only way they can clean themselves. But it's very wrong, because that is what can actually promote your discharge that smells. Now, let me tell you what soap does. Soap contains chemicals, it contains compounds, and these chemicals can react to the discharge, the normal discharge in your vagina. And once the chemicals in the soap and the vagina mix together and they have a reaction, they can cause an abnormal discharge, and that's why you must not use soap in your vagina. Soap can also cause irritations around your vaginal lining, and once there's irritation, that's when there will be an overproduction of abnormal discharge in your vagina. So soap is out of it. Soap can actually promote your chances of having vaginal infection. Now, let me explain to you how people use soap in washing their vagina, because some of you might say, I don't use soap, I don't do whatever, but you have a soap bubble bath. You suspend yourself in a bubble bath that contains soap agent, detergent agent, and this can get into your vagina and end up causing an infection to you. So bubble bath that contains chemicals that are in soap are not always advisable, because this can affect the smell that comes from the vagina. Now, the second thing that most people don't even prioritize, and people think they are doing it to help themselves, to help their body, is using tight underwears. A lot of women prioritize using tight underwears. You wear pants, you wear skirt, you wear tight, you wear gown, you wear trouser, so many things on that gentle organ. What are you protecting? It's not running away from you. So don't protect that gentle organ with too many underwears. Rather, use breathable underwears. If possible, use just one underwear. If you're wearing pants, it should be pants. If you're wearing tight, it should be tight. If you're wearing skirt, it should be skirt. Instead of wearing so many things on one gentle organ that will end up causing a discharge that smell. Because once you're using tight underwears, it can cause sweat. And sweat contains chemicals that are salty. And once this chemical reacts to your normal discharge, it can cause smell, because chemicals that are being produced when you sweat are not meant to be in the vagina. Rather, the vagina has its own normal discharge that God made it to be self-cleaning. So once you sweat profusely, it can cause your discharge to smell. Now, the third reason why a lot of women experience abnormal discharge is using dirty water to wash themselves. Once you're in a public space, any water you see, you keep using to wash yourself without even knowing if those water are being treated, if those water are being free from bacteria, because bacteria or microbes are very tiny. You can't see them with your eye. So to protect yourself from this abnormal water from getting inside your vagina, or from using abnormal water to wash your vagina, once you're in a public space, try to boil a sachet water or buy a bottle water to wash yourself if you have pee, because you might end up introducing bacteria to yourself, not because you're having multiple sex partners, but because you have used dirty water inside your vagina, and that's why you have an abnormal discharge, and this discharge will smell. When you also use the toilet, there are practices you need to prioritize, like washing yourself. Most women don't know how to wash themselves. Rather, they prefer washing themselves from the back to the front. You wash yourself from where the stool comes out to your vagina, and this can introduce the bacteria following those stools, because once you're stooling, it accompanies with bacteria, and these bacteria, when they get into your vagina, they are abnormal, they are unhealthy, and they can cause vaginal infections. And once vaginal infection sets in, you'll be having abnormal discharge every now and then. In fact, most people are having abnormal discharge, a discharge that smells, because they don't know how to use the toilet. They wash themselves from the back to the front, and that's why even after treating an infection, you end up having this infection back. You'll be wondering what's causing it. It's because you don't know how to wash yourself. You are washing yourself from the back to the front, and you need to refrain from that as of today. Now, the last one that a lot of people know, but people don't even consider that as a main cause of smelly discharge, is STI, sexually transmitted disease. This is an infection that you get from people that are infected with an infection. Once you have an unprotected affair with people that are infected, you can get this infection into your system. Now, some people say using condom will protect you from infection. No, condom cannot protect you from infection completely. There are chances of you still having some infections when you use condom, because condom only protects your penis as a man. And as a woman, it only protects your vulva. So other discharge coming out from there can touch your thigh, they can touch other parts of your body. And for those of you that like using mouth, you use mouth to kind of give head, kind of make some kind of sensation in a woman's vagina. It can also get into your mouth and infect you. Now, as a woman, make sure you treat all sexually transmitted disease, treat gonorrhea, treat chlamydia, treat trichomoniasis, and so many STIs like that, because this might be the reason why you might be having a discharge that smelled. So here are the few things you need to do if you're having an abnormal discharge. The first is go to the hospital, carry out a test so they can check you to know if it is a bacterial infection, if it's a viral infection, if it is yeast infection, if it's parasitic infection, and they will be giving you the necessary medications that can help your condition. And make sure you refrain from all these practices I've just listed in this video in case you have been having recurrent vaginal infection even after treating yourself, and your health will never remain the same. If you find this video very helpful, please do to share to as many people as you can, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you have questions you want to ask, please do to drop them in the comment section, and I'll be right there to respond to them as soon as possible. I'll see you next time.